Hello, darlings. This is Peri Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic, and you're you, which is the best thing you can be. Happy New Year. I hope you had a lovely New Year's Eve. I am still in my jammies, not because I got crazy, but because I stayed in my jammies all day because why not? And so today's show, I'm going to do two unusual things. I'm going to go sort of through predictions for this next year, but they're not going to be scary and they're not going to be political because this isn't a political show. But they are going to be, I think, accurate. And the second thing is, and I think you'll get a kick out of this, I am usually at the end of the year, I have a little ritual. I scoot out all my old tarot cards and I order new ones. And they haven't arrived yet. So what I'm going to do for the Psychic Tarot weather today is I'm going to use these. I'm aside from being a singer, songwriter, and psychic and comedy writer, I also do epoxy resin art. So I just done a whole little hand painted, very teeny tiny. Can you see that? Teeny tiny tarot cards. It's less than an inch high. So we're going to use those for today's reading. So my predictions are actually pretty brief. I was listening to all the other psychics' predictions, and there was a lot of doom and gloom. And I love my fellow seers. They're usually kind, lovely, as impractical as it's possible to get. Hey, Craig, I love that name. It means man of stone. I'll be with you in a couple minutes. Just going to finish these things. Craig, can you hang out?
Sure.
And while you're waiting, can you do me a favor and take a deep breath in, and then another on top of it, and then blow out like this. I know, it's a little goofy. But what that does, keep doing that. What that does is relaxes your vagus nerve, not your vagus nerve, which is where, say it with me, you wake up in a hotel room in a Nevada city with 3 dead sex workers, 25,000 liquor bottles empty, and 10 years of your life missing. But enough about my personal life. Anyway, so my predictions for this year is things are going to be a lot better than we think. Some of us have been worried about possibilities of, I don't know, democracy ending in America and that sort of thing. That old thing. But I think that we're going to be very protected, is what I think. I think also, this is a 9-year, and it's a numerology thing. And a 9-year is a year of sort of endings and then beginnings. And I don't mean endings in a bad way. What I mean is a lot of old stuff in our society that doesn't work for us is going to kind of just close down and shuffle off in the night. A lot of people are going to be becoming both more spiritual, and I don't mean in a woo-woo kind of way. I just mean accepting that perhaps there's a higher power, or that perhaps it's safe to breathe quietly for 10 minutes a day and just get in touch with your inner self. Or you could worship Kermit the Frog, whatever works for you. But it's going to be a very spiritual year. And this is kind of crazy, but I actually do. I've seen a lot of UFOs in my life. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't looking. I didn't believe in them. Kind of like the rest of all of my psychic experiences. But I have a weird feeling that there's going to be some sort of official confirmation that we're not alone. And I think like in 5 years, we'll have aliens like door dashing for us. But anyway, so also my predictions for each of us is that we're all going to be taking a couple of steps further up in our frequencies. Frequencies. I found it sounded like Elmer Fudd. Frequency. It's duck season. It's rabbit season. Sorry, Bugs Bunny reference. Okay. But I do think that this is going to be a year in which a lot of us reach a lot more of our potential faster than we ever thought possible. And so I know everybody's been a little worried about like doom and gloom, and I'm not seeing Third World War. I'm really not seeing anything except we're going to be okay. And each of us is going to do a lot better than we've done for the last few years, personally. That's it. Okay, I'm just going to do the psychic weather. Craig, hang on a couple more minutes there. Bless you, my darling. I get the feeling you're quite handsome, so stick around. Okay, our first card is this little tiny tarot thing. Can you see that? It's a little tiny thing. It's the Wheel of Fortune, which means that as the new year begins, some situation in which you've been very stuck is suddenly going to unstick itself, and I think resolve itself in your favor. I love saying that. I didn't even mean to say that. That's just what came out. Sometimes that happens. The second one is the Emperor card, which means a father. Can you see that? They're cute, right? I made them for earrings. A father or a father figure is going to be having some sort of influence on you in the next week. If you no longer have a father, it could be like me, an older brother, or uh, a friend who's like a brother, who's maybe a little older. I'm looking at you, Richard, or my housemate who's coming soon. But or you might be having a heart to heart with your own dad. So, but it's a very positive card. And then the last card. Okay, ready? It's tiny. It's the Star card. Here you go. They're very cute, I think. I sell these, so let me know if you want one. And the Star card, the image, if you can't see it because it's 3/4 of an inch high, is of a woman pouring. She's naked and she's pouring water on the ground and into a pool, like a little lake. And what that means is your star quality is going to be sort of noticed by people this week. You're going to be very nourishing for those around you. Either physically, you're going to be like giving them cake and stuff. I don't know. Or emotionally, you might be a source of comfort to your friends and family this week. You might also have a bit of an artistic breakthrough. So that's what I'm getting for this week. Yay! Okay, Craig, are you still there? Are you still alive? Talk to me.
I'm still here, yes.
Hi, sweetie. Yay. Okay, I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So tell me when your birthday is, please.
My birthday's November 23rd.
Oh, you little Sagittarius here. How nice.
Pardon?
We love
pardon
this. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, great. You said November 23rd, right?
Yes.
Right. That makes you a Sagittarius, and we love those. Usually kind of idealistic, love to travel, great companions, really good conversationalists, and I just love Sagittarius. So how can I help you, my love?
My daughter passed away. I was just wondering if she has any messages for us or
Oh God,
anything.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so terribly sorry. It's the worst thing I can imagine. What was her first name?
Her first name was Alyssa.
Beautiful. And can you tell me her birthday?
June 14th.
I'm sorry, say that again?
June 14th.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Was she, I might be wrong about this. Was she about 23? How old was she? I'm having a hard time getting her age. Forgive me.
She would have been 26.
20, okay. Sorry, I was off by a couple of years. Oh, honey, she's lovely. Hey, did she call you something like Pop occasionally or something? Did she have like a pet dad name for you? Like I called my dad Dad,
really.
but occasionally I'd call him Pops because it annoyed him. Okay. Hey, Pops. Oh, she's lovely.
She might have called me.
Okay, that's all right.
She did call me Pop sometimes, yes.
Okay. It's not that usual. So that's what I was hearing. Just occasionally. I mean, she called you Dad most of the time. Oh, she's lovely. I am so sorry, but she's She's in a really good place. Uh, I'm looking to the left because that's where I'm seeing her. Hold on. Does she have one or two brothers?
No, she has no brothers. No.
Oh, that's interesting. That's funny. Because I'm getting her asking about two kind of male kids. I'm sorry, I don't know what that's about. Hold on. She's very pretty. Well, I mean, she loves you, and I don't know why she's doing this, but she's apologizing for she she didn't mean to leave so early, and she knows that you and her mother are heartbroken. And what she wants you to know is, oh, that's interesting. Um, I've never really said this on air before. She's with you when you go to church. Was that something you guys did together?
We've never gone to church. No.
Never been to church? Okay, sorry.
No.
All right, let me recalibrate here. Hold on. I'm usually very good at this, but hold on a sec. She's very spiritual, though. I don't know if she's church spiritual, but she's very spiritual. She's beautiful eyes. Did she have kind of blue eyes and a dimple here?
Um. No, her eyes were kind of more of a hazel color.
More of a what?
Hazel, kind of like bluey green.
Hazel. Okay, I'm sorry. They're lighter than brown. That's all I saw. Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay. Sorry, she's not coming through very clearly. Can you give me one more minute and tell me her name one more
Sure.
time?
Alyssa.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love that name. Alyssa. Hi, darling. Ah, there you are. Oh, she's got tiger eyes like my sister. Hazel. Yes. When did she when did she pass? I'm sorry, we're having a little trouble communicating, which is not very usual for me, but I have to be honest if that's what's happening. Um,
It
she's
would be 3 years this March.
oh, she's doing.
Or May 22nd. It'd be 3 years in May.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I ask? Was it? This is so. I think. Was this very sudden? It feels
Yeah.
there's. I'm not sure why we're having trouble connecting. I usually don't, but in this case, and I can see her, but I'm having trouble hearing what she's saying or trusting it. Give me a second here. Alyssa, Alyssa. Was her middle name Rose or something to do with the flower?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time. She's holding a flower. She's pointing at me, so she wants me to tell you something. I'm just having a hard time hearing it. But give me one more minute. This has never happened to me on air before,
Sure.
so give me a second. Come on, darling. What is the rose for? Did she pass in a place where people leave flowers? Why is she showing me flowers?
No.
I'm sorry, dear. This has never happened to me before. I can feel her. I can sense the enormous love she has for her. We're just having a hard time communicating. Did she? Was she? I'll tell you what. Contact me privately on Facebook. I'm Peri Lyons, PeriLyons. And I'm sorry if this was an exact science, but this never happened to me on air before, and I can do nothing but apologize. I'm sorry. I do.
No,
I get a huge amount of love from her. I get that she passed suddenly, but the rest, we're just having trouble connecting. Forgive me.
Okay, so where did you want me to contact
next week.
you?
I'm going to, after we hang up, I'm going to meditate. Or else get in touch with me on Facebook. Peri, Peri, Lyons. and I'll try again for you. It's very unusual, and I can just apologize. I'm sorry.
No,
Forgive me.
okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, love. Oh dear. Okay. Well, that's never happened to me before. Um, but I can. The thing is, she's here, and I can see her. I just can't hear what she's saying. Anyway, if you watch the show a lot, you know this is a first, and I hope I don't disappoint you. Okay. Um, it's so it's funny because when I first started being able to talk to people who'd passed, it was it was a big surprise. And I have a funny story. I'm sitting on a fur coat, by the way, as we speak. It was my neighbor's grandmother's fur coat. And oh, Mariah, I'll be right with you. I just want to tell you this story really quickly. I was friends with a singer named Courtney Love for years and years. I don't do drugs. We're Buddhist, we're meditation friends, and very close. I loved her. And I took care of her when she was sick one time. She had the flu, and I moved in and just, poured chicken soup all over her. And as a thank you, when I was leaving, she said, I have something for you. And she handed me one of her husband's fur coats, a guy named Kurt Cobain. He was in a band called Nirvana. And if you're my age, you know this. But some of you youngins might not know. So it was very, very cold in New York that winter. And I was wearing my little chubby silver mink coat, which had been Kurt Cobain's. And walking through the subway station, it's very, very crowded. But somebody behind me was yelling, "Stop! You murderer! You're a terrible person!" So I looked around, and he was pointing at me. And I'm like, she was shouting, "You're a murderer!" And first I was like, "How did he know?" And then I was like, "You didn't murder anybody. Hold on." So I turned to him and said, "What? What's your problem?" He said, "You're wearing fur." And I was so thrown off because it was so that I blurted out, "But this was Kurt Cobain's coat." And he went, "Oh my God, really? Can I touch it?" And I'm like, "Don't we have flexible ethics?" Anyway, hi, Mariah. Thanks for hanging out and coming back. How can I help you, my love?
Hi. Um,
Are you there, Dawn? So
Hello?
I'm
Can you
having
hear
a
me?
hard time hearing you, but I can read the captions. Hello. Um,
Okay.
so tell me when your birthday is. I like to connect to people through their birthdays.
September 13th.
Oh, Virgos. As I always say, it's the most
Yep.
misunderstood sign. People think that you're about
Mhm.
being like having OCD and being very over neat and critical. Not it at all. You guys are in a constant quest for purity and for bringing your ideals down onto the earth plane in a practical way that helps people. I love Virgos.
Yes.
All right, my love, what's your question?
Um, I don't really have questions, just like a reading. Wanted a reading.
Okay. All right, let me see. What have I got for you? Oh, you're nice. You're a nice person.
Thank
Are you the person everybody calls and tells their problems to? Does anybody ever ask you how you are?
you. Not really, but I'm the one they call, yeah.
Yeah. You are the one everybody calls. Damn, girl,
Mhm.
if you've ever thought about going back to school, you'd be a great therapist. And I mean great. Um, interesting. You're kind, but you can be very straightforward with people. You're not always I tell people that I'm kind, but I'm not that nice because I'm a little blunt sometimes. So, and I
Mhm.
think you tend to be kind of the truth teller in any group and in your family. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You occasionally get into trouble for that, but it's worth it. Um,
Yeah.
you'd also be good. Funny. I mean, this is not very exciting. You can make a lot of money at it. Um, if you, I think you're very good with numbers. Is that correct? I mean, you have
Numbers?
creativity as well, but being good at numbers is a form of creativity. Are you good at them?
Um, kind of. Kind of. I don't
This is
know.
going to sound strange, but I think you have a talent for either accountancy or bookkeeping or something like that. You can make a lot of money doing that.
Really?
I don't know. It's just the way you think. You're good at reality. It's a huge compliment. Most people aren't.
Okay.
How
Nice.
old are you? Do you mind me asking?
18.
Are you there? So speak up a
Hello?
tiny bit. I can't hear you.
18.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to
Can you
say.
hear me?
You're somebody. You're very monogamous. Oh, 18. Okay. So, all right. So you're about to go to college or figure out what you're doing with your life.
Exactly, yeah.
Some suggestions I have are, you're happier with money than without, pretty much like everybody else on the planet. But
Yeah.
you're very good at having money. And I think you've got like kind of a really prosperous life ahead of you. What I would do is do something solid. If you go to college, economics, accounting, bookkeeping, they don't sound glamorous, but listen, something that doesn't sound glamorous but gets you like a boat and a Mercedes and all that stuff, that's pretty glamorous.
Mhm.
As somebody who's had a
Yeah.
very glamorous life without a ton of moolah, I'm going to say, uh, go for something stable and something where you can help people. You'd make a terrific therapist. You'd make, as I said, you'd
Thank
be
you.
very good in business. I think your creativity extends to being like you're somebody. If we were friends, which I feel we are, you're somebody I would ask to like help me decorate my house. You got a very good sense of color and design.
Yes.
So you could be an interior
Yeah,
designer.
definitely.
That's something else because that actually is a lot of numbers.
Mhm.
One of my clients, Lynn, brilliant interior designer, but she also has to deal with things like, what size are the plumbing pipes and where to, all that stuff. So those are the three things that I'm going to say stand out for you. I think you're a monogamous person. I'm not sure if you're in a relationship right now. I'm not sure. Hold on a second. My guides are saying something else. Are you in a relationship? Was there somebody you knew from like high school or the last couple of years? Are you with them or did you just break up?
I guess I'm not with anybody right now, but like I'm talking to someone.
Okay. I think you were with somebody before. What I'm getting is that you're very monogamous. You're not somebody.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, you don't sleep around. Basically, what I'm trying to say tactfully,
No.
and I'm not good at tact. So you're going to meet somebody when you're about 19. It's a long way to wait. I know it's almost a year, but
Yeah.
when you're 19 is when I see somebody coming into your life, and I think that's your person, honestly. I think you're one of those people who just mates for life, like wolves or lobsters or swans. But I don't think the person coming into your life is going to be a wolf, lobster, or swan, because I believe there are laws against that. But what I am going to say is that, yeah, the person I see for you, I'm not going to say you're not going to date before that, but one thing I will say is please, and listen to what Mama Peri is telling you, stay away from bad boys. I don't care how cute he is. I don't care how attractive. If he doesn't have a plan for his life and a good job, if he ever does drugs or if you see him, drink too much too often, get out of there. That's not for you. You need somebody like you who is grounded, lovely, responsible, interesting, kind of spiritual, delightful, but somebody who's really got their head together like you do. And that's I think you've got a really nice life ahead of you. I'm really not getting, I think I'll just stay away from any substances. Probably you're somebody who doesn't have much of a head for alcohol, but I don't think you drink much anyway.
No.
But I stay away from anybody who does any of that stuff. I mean, have a glass of wine occasionally, but and keep your head on straight. Pick your career early and know that if it doesn't seem glamorous right now, it will seem glamorous when you're making very good money. And I'm sorry if
Yeah.
that doesn't sound spiritual, but money is spiritual. And being,
Yeah.
higher power wants us to be comfortable and happy and financially secure. And I think that's what you really want. And you want a family. That's what I get. I don't
Yeah.
know. Do you want a family? Because I see you as being a very good mom to two
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Good. Yay. I'm so glad we had this time together. I think you're doing great. Have you,
I
are
have
you
a
in
question,
college yet? Have you applied to college?
No.
Okay.
But
We'll
I have a
figure that
question.
out because where you live, there's a pretty good community college. And I think you could start out there, and I believe it's free. And you're very smart. I really, really want you to have the life that I see for you. And I think you're going to. So look into community college, because if you do that, you're going to have more money than you can shake a stick at.